Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crisis169 coming to you with an upload. Um, it's been a great week. This is the weekend roundup. I'm starting this back again. It is 1:05 Central Time, Sunday. My vacation was awesome. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I needed some me time to myself just to reflect and do some stuff and also take care of some business. So, thank you. Now, weekend roundup. It's a pretty busy day. I'm trying to keep it around 10 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. First half is going to be about the new Xbox system coming out. There is allegedly going to be at least two. Well, one Xbox X Series is going to be the little drum thing I talked about last year, and also a newer Xbox in 2026 that's supposed to be doing on I think it said Gen 5 or S5 Gen 5 architecture, even more powerful than right now, equivalent to probably a 78 or 6800, 6900 XT, maybe 6800. Um, Radeon the equivalent. That's pretty beefy, especially for a game console. Also, PlayStation 5, PlayStation has halted the PS5s, the standard and regular and standard, digital and standard, the editions for the Pro coming out. They're thinking later this year. So first topic is about Xbox and the whole Xbox thing going on. Everybody freaking out about this. Yes, a couple games are coming to other platforms. High Fly Rush. They're thinking Grounded is coming out to for different platforms. It could be even on Amazon Luna, that new system that is a lot better than Stadia. It's coming out too as well. That it came out already, but that game could be coming out too as well. Um, and maybe even PlayStation 5 will get it too as well. And that's something to talk about. A lot of people feel kind of jaded. Xbox fans feel like it's their console being ripped apart, and I think they don't understand the full functionality of cross-platform play. Means if you want to, Microsoft in the business of making money, folks. Let's be honest with ourselves. No, Microsoft is a $1 trillion company because they make money. They're not a $1 trillion company because they woke up one day and turned the flip switch on to $1 trillion company. That didn't happen. They started off back in the 70s. No one thought there would be anything. And the people who left Bill Gates and went off different ventures probably kicking themselves now, realizing they could have had a lot of stock company and retired as multi-millionaires, even billionaires. But hopefully people found a better success or success that they're comfortable with. But that's one of those things about those dreams, man. And you get a dime in a dream. You get a diamond. You get a dime in a dream. And all it takes takes one dime in a dream to make something. It takes more than a dime now, but back in the day, back in that time, a dime in a dream. So that being said, though, with the whole Xbox situation, it's good to see them still making consoles. It's good to see them still being somewhat relevant in the gaming market and not just exploding and just making third-party software. I think it's good for them. I think it'll give them longevity and the situation at hand when it comes down to it. When they decide to do pull the plug on consoles eventually, and they probably will eventually. We'll just make a set-top box you place on your on your TV stand or whatever that does your Netflix, Hulu, and it does gaming too. That will be pretty much the end of Xbox, but that could probably be maybe 5-10 years away. This new information they come out with is really giving people a lot of hope to think, well, okay, maybe there's hope for Xbox and PlayStation too as well, because then it means both consoles will have to fight each other for your dollar and my dollar. I have a gaming rig, so I don't really care either way, but the games come out has to fight for my dollar. I didn't play Grounded because I'm not really into that kind of stuff, and I never played Sea of Thieves. I didn't play State of Decay 2, but it was so badly buggy, I just gave up on it. I played Back for Dead, and that was fine, but once again, it wasn't longevity. Now you might see Back for Dead, Back for Blood, Back for Dead, we would call it, backward blow, you want to call it. I don't even know the game title. That's how relevant it is to me. But it could be something that maybe people might want to play on PlayStation or maybe even Xbox. I mean, Xbox, but Switch or even on Luna. You don't know. So those game titles that are doing bad may just need a different audience to go towards them. I think that's a good thing for a player for Xbox to put their games on their platform to get the money out. And then get that sweet cash coming in. Because Game Pass did do about over $1 billion, but it's still nowhere near the revenue of Windows. They sell Windows. You can go on cdkeys.com and get Windows really cheap, but they're selling gangbusters. They're not giving it away, obviously, but they're selling it cheap enough where all you gotta do is go and buy it, and boom, license key, you got it. You got Windows 10, even standard home edition of Windows 10. And Windows 11, you get it for free. They don't care. They're giving away Windows 11 practically. It's probably the basic edition, obviously, but I have Pro, so Windows 10 Pro, so I'm not going to run Windows 11. Maybe Pro once it becomes better, suited. But I think personally, or with the Xbox decision to keep going with consoles and keep updating the consoles and coming out with a drum cylinder of the Xbox that looks like what's going to be launching here later this year or even early next year. But why would they give only a year of the new system? So they'll probably launch it later this year, probably around fall, same time as the PS5 Pro launches. And it may extend out to 2027 until 2028 to see how well those sales do on both those sides. Because PS5, PS6 will be coming out probably a year or two after that. So, sorry, I got phlegm again. So what's going to happen is you're probably going to have Xbox and PlayStation trying to fight each other for dominance in the console war. And what's going to happen is you're going to see the Xbox probably released in 2026, and that was a date they threw out there, 2026. It could be 2028, especially if the Xbox cylinder or the new Xbox X Series, all digital, sells extremely well. And it's gangbusters. People buying like crazy. People buy 2 or 3 of them at a time. Hypothetically, whatever, and they'll be good. And the PS5 Pro is selling good. Sony ain't gonna just run out there and release PS6 because they're gonna piss off everybody who bought a PS5 Pro and PS5. So it's like with Nintendo Switch. They're not gonna release Nintendo Switch 2 years after they release the Switch. No, the Pro wasn't gonna come out anytime soon. Because if they did, it would piss off everybody who bought a Switch. Like, oh, wait a second, I bought a Switch, blah, 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 So, with the Xbox situation, them doing this and taking baby steps towards that, I think it's a better idea. Because you're gonna squeeze out as much money you can with the Xbox X Series standard. The S is going to be replaced by a handheld. It's going to be docked, playing TV or monitor. So there goes the S. The S is going to be downgraded to that, which will still be powerful enough to still be powerful than the One X I have behind me, and it's still going to be probably more powerful than the S itself. So that'd be cool. So you want a little S? I can't afford a big X or cylinder, so I'm gonna buy this little doodad one here. I can take all with me to my road trips or plop down in the old tablet spot there and interface with TV or the a monitor. A lot of people have small dorm rooms or small places for games. They don't want to have a gigantic theater system. And everybody has a Carmike Cinema, in their house. So they don't have a Carmike Cinema theater in their house. So they don't have that kind of room. And if you do, then God bless you. But you don't. You have to relegate yourself to a small table. So that being said, though, those two would be interesting to see. But moving on from that, though, quick tidbit: the Switch Pro will process 2. You might hear more later on this year or probably around March next year with the birthday of the Switch. You might hear more about that. Switch 2 or Switch Pro or Switch 2.0, whatever. So stay tuned to this channel. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll continue on. Now, next topic is going to be PlayStation. PlayStation has officially announced the Pro. Not much with it, but they announced that they're working on the Pro. They've been working on Pro since they launched the PS5. Now, will the Pro be finally compatible with PS3 games, disc-based games? I can say it right now, no. And people are freaking out, why? And they don't understand that the cell technology used in the PS3 was so hard that even Sony developers had trouble utilizing the damn thing. And it wasn't because they didn't care. It's because they made something that was so hard to crack, so hard to actually use. It becomes more and more difficult to actually utilize technology for games. And so they're making it where you can download them now or stream them. I think eventually they're gonna have to get people able to download the games to their hard drive or SSDs. They're gonna have to do this. I know just fist in the air for Sony, they hate this, but they have to give people choices. If Microsoft's doing it, Nintendo's going to do it, Sony has to follow suit, because eventually the gravy train of everybody buying PlayStation is going to go PC or Xbox. People are already buying a Switch anyway to play Mario and Zelda games, and they're great to play. But they get their fix, they get their shot fixed somewhere else. And they only need, I can buy a PC and play these games on PlayStation on PC. You can, within a year or two after they come out. Like Horizon Forbidden West, coming out next month. I have Steam money. I'm probably going to get it on Steam and play. Why? Because I like Horizon. It's a great game. But does it mean that I'm going to sit there and run and buy a PlayStation? No. Spider-Man 2 comes out, same thing. Play it on the PlayStation. Play it on the PC. I have a PlayStation controller right here. PS4 controller. I can get a PS5 controller, but that's cheaper. So I get a PS4 controller. I hook up to my 8-bit Go or 8-bit Do, and that's one I did a review on down here or around here somewhere. I did a review probably in a corner or whatever. It's a review about the 8-bit Go. It's a Bluetooth. It's an actual Bluetooth, not just some cheap crap. It's actually a Bluetooth. So it Bluetooths everything. Bluetooth my headset. No, if I wanted to. Xbox controller, if I had one, a wireless one, but I don't have one of those because I got rid of it. But does it mean that what PlayStation is doing is bad? No. What it means is, though, it's making people question if they can't get their PS3 games to download to their system on the Pro or even on the PlayStation 6. Eventually, it's going to be 3 PlayStations ahead. They're going to have to come out architecture for that. Using this, we're going to add these stupid features to it to make it work. It's not working. Now you can add programming algorithms to make it work. I don't mean go out there and try to dub it or make it work by using dubbing software or software to get it working. But you can actually use software and system to work. I understand it. I'm not an engineer, an electrical gaming engineer. I don't play one on TV. But what I do is understand is that thing's been out for over almost 20 years now. It'll be 20 years, 2026 at the PlayStation, or 10 years, yeah. Yeah, it's almost 20 years. Oh, probably about say about 10 years. Let's say 10, 18, whatever, 15, whatever years. In that time frame, they can't figure this stuff out. Emulation is great and all, but if Xbox could create it where it works 360 disc work on the system, even though it's emulation, it's still reading the disc. Sony can brainstorm with the engineers and come out with one way to actually make this work, where it works off the disc itself with no emulation. They have technology. They have the bean counters. They have the eggheads. They can do it. They just choose not to do it because they want you to charge more money for it. And that's why a lot of people were upset when the PS4 didn't want to come back compatible with the PS3. And that's why I tell people just don't run buy the first console that comes out, but know of any console because it's going to be rough. And look what the Xbox had to do. They had they had an issue of with the Xbox One games working. So not every emulation is going to be good. And I'm not a big fan of emulation. I don't want them to put in the 2600 or Sega Master System hardware in their PS5 to PS6 just because they want to appease a few dozen people who want to play old games. But I want them to give it a chance at least when they have streaming services. They can download every game, regardless if it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5. Download them all straight to your SSD. And if you have to have a special SSD created only for PS3 games to download for whatever reason, that's fine. Just give people options. If you have to have it coded or DRM'd to the console because of whatever reason, once again, give them options. Stop handcuffing people. Stop punishing them for wanting to have their whole library on a system. If you want to go digital, give us what we want. Because we can't play this base game on a digital console. It just won't work. So you're going to have to bite the bullet. You're going to go, okay, we're going to have to start downloading these games to SSDs and have them run. And like I said, it's not hard to create your own file on SSD, even an external one. Even if you have to go to PC and download a certain configuration format to make it work on a Samsung SSD, external, so be it. If you could download it with right speed or whatever, it won't need to be a lot of speed for that because those games are pretty old, and they're not very large. So you can have a 2 terabyte SSD external hooked up and run all your PS3 games off that. And you can buy them in the store. You can buy them from PlayStation Store. But if you only use them if you only buy them, so be it. Maybe people want to play Killzone 3 over and over again for the rest of their lives, or they want to play Ratchet and Clank, or whatever else, because they want their kids to enjoy it, whatever. Give people options. Biggest buzz about PlayStation. And why I say that, because PS6 coming out. And it's going to play PS4 and 5 games, obviously. It's going to have to play PS4 games. If it doesn't, you're going to alienate a lot of people and be pissed off even more. So if they do 4, they can do 3, and they can do 2, and they can do 1. They can do all of them if they want to. Sony's going to start throwing people a bone eventually. Because people are getting tired of being taken for damn cleaners. Because every time they got to play a console. And even if the Xbox PlayStation costs $700 per unit, it probably costs them, say, $1,200 to create. Especially if they got like 6900 XT, 6800 XT, and equivalent to those graphics card or 3080s in there, equivalent to, once again, equivalent to it. Yes, you're gonna have a lot of power and a lot of beef in there, but it's gonna cost money too. Eventually, consoles are gonna cost as expensive as low-end PCs. And that's why I tell people, if you're going to buy an Xbox XT or PS6, you'd be better off just buying a gaming rig. Because now you have longevity. See that? This is where the PC is going into it. And the last topic before I end the video is, on both consoles, if you're thinking about going to PC is the way to go. On both sides, except Nintendo. You can't play Mario on Steam. If it happened, Mario would be, if Steam put Mario on, on Steam, Valve put Mario on Steam. Can you imagine the damn babies that Nintendo would be shitting out? It would be a damn shit show. It would be a damn colossal shit show. But in conclusion, no, this is part of my conclusion thing with PC. PC gaming is still number one. But with the situation at hand with the consoles, I'm going to ask you guys a question here. With the new consoles coming out, and allegedly with the Gen 5 or the Ryzen or the Gen 5 technology, with Gen 4 and Gen 3 for the older consoles. This thing is Gen 5, I think it is. I think the Xbox and PlayStation 6 could be beefier sides. We don't even know what gen the PS Pro 5 Pro is. It could be early Gen 5 as well, before Microsoft gets in there. But if you come out there and let's say the consoles cost $700, are you gonna lay down 700 bones to play a console that probably will be outdated in 2 years? Or are you gonna go out and go buy a PC? Comment below your guys' responses, cause I'd love to hear them. But yeah, guys, once again, like, subscribe, notifications, ring that bell. I'll see you guys later. Once again, my game gamertag Christ169 on Steam. I'm on there playing Battlefield a lot, so hit me up for Battlefield. Or if I'm playing something else, I'm probably playing Solitaire on the Xbox app or whatever. But yeah, keep going. See you on the battlefield. Peace out.